All right, let's talk about the digital keys to your kingdom. We're diving into identity and access management in the cloud. In the real world, we've got locks and keys for our most valuable stuff. Well, in the cloud, where our most critical data now lives, the game is all about identities and permissions. So let's get into it.
Imagine you're scrolling online and you see this message. And it's not from some random account. It's from the official social media of a former president. Seems legit, right? Urgent even. Well, this exact thing happened back in March 2024, when former Ghanaian President John Mahama's X account was hacked to push a crypto scam. Now, this wasn't just some random prank. It was a serious, high-stakes failure of digital security. And honestly, it's a perfect real-world example of what happens when a digital identity, especially one with that much public trust, isn't locked down properly. It just goes to show you how fast that trust can be turned into a weapon.
What's really wild about this whole thing is the speed. I mean, look at this. The attacker gets in, and within minutes, the scam is live. In our digital world, the time between a breach and a total disaster is just breathtakingly short. Before anyone could even secure the account, the fake post had already gone viral, forcing a major public relations cleanup.
So why are we focusing so much on one hacked account? Well, because in the cloud, the old ways of thinking about security are completely broken. The idea of a safe inside and a dangerous outside is gone. Today, your identity, your login, is the new front line. It's the new castle wall.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. The old castle and moat idea was all about building a massive firewall around your office network. But who even works in an office all the time anymore? Our apps and data are everywhere. We're accessing them from home, from a coffee shop, you name it. The only thing that stays the same is our digital identity. It's become our digital passport, letting us in from wherever we are.
So let's quickly break down why this shift happened. First off, APIs. Everything in the cloud is run by these things, and they don't care if you're on a beach or at a desk. Then you've got these dynamic cloud resources spinning up and disappearing in minutes. You can't build a fixed wall around that. Throw in remote work and partners needing access, and yeah, that old perimeter model just completely crumbles.
Okay, so if identity is the new perimeter, how do we actually defend it? We're going to need a whole new toolkit, right? A set of modern digital locks for our digital keys. And the first, most important tool in that kit is something called authentication.
And the single most effective defense we have is multi-factor authentication, or MFA. All it means is that you have to prove who you are in more than one way. It's like needing a key and a secret passcode to open a door. A password by itself just doesn't cut it anymore. An attack like the one on President Mahama's account, it would have been stopped dead in its tracks by MFA. Almost guaranteed. MFA works by mashing up at least two of these three things. First, there's something you know, like a password. Simple enough. Second, something you have, like your phone, that gets a code. And third, something you are, like your fingerprint or your face. By forcing a combination, you make it so much harder for a hacker to get in, even if they somehow stole your password.
Now, this is a really crucial point. Once MFA proves you are who you say you are, that's authentication. But that's only half the story. The very next question is, okay, now that you're in, what are you actually allowed to do? And that's authorization. Two totally different but equally vital pieces of the security puzzle.
So, how do we decide who gets to do what? Well, the most common way is role-based access control, or RBAC. It's pretty simple. Your job title determines what you can see. All accountants get access to the accounting files. Makes sense. But a much smarter, more fine-grained approach is attribute-based access control, or ABAC. Here, your access depends on a whole bunch of things. Your role, sure, but also what project you're on, the time of day, even your physical location. It's way more precise and a heck of a lot more secure.
Now let's be real. Not all keys are created equal. Some accounts, like the ones for your system administrators, they hold the master keys to the entire kingdom. So protecting these privileged accounts, that requires a whole other level of security.
It's the classic security question, isn't it? If your admins have the power to do literally anything, who's making sure they don't misuse that power? Or what if their super powerful accounts get hacked? That's the huge challenge we have to solve.
And the answer is a strategy called Privileged Access Management, or PAM. The whole point is to get rid of those permanent, always-on admin accounts. Instead, you use something called just-in-time access. You grant someone admin rights only for a specific task, for a limited time.
And you better believe every single thing they do during that session is recorded and logged.
But even with all of this, we still have a speed problem. Modern cyber attacks are automated, and they move at lightning speed. Your security team, no matter how good they are, is still human. They just can't keep up with a machine speed attack. So how do you fight back?
Well, you fight fire with fire. Agentic AI is really the future of identity defense. Think of it as an autonomous, automated guardian. It's watching account behavior 24/7, spots something weird in real time, and responds instantly. It can lock an account or block an IP address in milliseconds, way faster than any human could ever hope to.
So let's bring this all home. As we wrap up, it all comes down to this. Protecting our digital world means protecting our digital selves. The safety of your data, your apps, your entire reputation, it all hinges on how well you manage those digital keys.
So here are the 4 things I really want you to remember. 1. Your identity is the new perimeter. That's the battlefield now. 2. Passwords alone are basically useless. You have to use MFA. 3. Enforce the principle of least privilege. Only give people the access they absolutely need to do their jobs and nothing more. And 4. The future is automation. AI is going to be a critical co-pilot for your security team.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought. We all live in this world of digital keys and digital kingdoms now. So the question you really need to ask yourself is, are your locks strong enough to protect what actually matters? Thanks for watching.